Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk for a few minutes about Brianna K, Jojo Siwa, and Jesssfam. All have been making very tacky content and posting on the internet, and I had quite a few thoughts, so if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so first things first, let's talk about Brianna K because this just happened today. And she's been showing her new boyfriend all over Instagram stories, and she does look very happy, so good for her. But the thing that I noticed and other people noticed as well is that her new bad boy boyfriend, Mr. Brad, is driving around in a vehicle. Number one, they are making Instagram stories while he's driving. He's very distracted, trying to look over at the camera, so on and so forth. But most importantly, he's driving the vehicle with no seatbelt on. And you guys know that I do car vlogs. I get a lot of shit from my car vlogs. Constant comments from people coming in. Anytime I upload a car vlog, I know that I will get at least a couple of comments yelling at me for driving and vlogging. And I've described my vlogging setup many times before on previous videos. Early on, I even considered stopping my car vlogs to appease the few people that were upset until I snapped back to reality and realized how stupid that is, because I am safe and I would never put a vlog above being safe on the road. Messing with the radio, looking over at someone's camera who's sitting next to you, messing with navigation, all of that kind of stuff is way more distracting than having a camera mounted that is 100% hands-free, and you make your vlog and you talk, your random thoughts, and you do all the editing later once you are home. But it's just so funny to me, like, why is wearing a seatbelt so much to ask for? I don't get it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, wearing a seatbelt, I don't even have to think twice about it. It's just something that I do. Number one, my damn car will bing, 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 bing until it drives me half, nuts. But even before that, like, it was just ingrained into me that you get in the car, you put your seatbelt on. The two kind of go hand in hand. So they're riding around bragging about how he's going to take over the Easter egg hunt and they need different kinds of candy and all of this kind of stuff. I don't care about any of that. Do you? But when you're putting content on social media and you have such a large following and you have the person who is driving the vehicle not wearing their seatbelt, can you tell people that you care any less? This is also the same Brad who frequents the gossip bakery to tell everybody, all of their misconceptions about Brianna K. And I just think that aspect is really weird too. If I was starting to date somebody who was semi-popular on social media, I definitely wouldn't find myself on the damn gossip bakery so early on. But hey, I just thought it was kind of crazy how he sat there and wanted to drive around with no seatbelt. I don't know if people are calling her out or staying quiet about this. Brianna has a long history of not really responding to any criticism unless she absolutely has to. She is really good at just ignore, like all of it. So I'm not sure, but it's just the blatant disregard for me. It's the blatant, what are you, too cool to wear a seatbelt? This guy to me kind of seems like a little bit of a douche, but hey, that's just my first impression based on what I've seen as somebody who is taking in Brianna's content. I think he kind of comes off as a little bit of a jerk. And hey, maybe he's a nice guy, but what people gather about you from the internet can be different. Some people think that I'm a royal bitch, and that's just their opinion. But either way, I wanted to touch on that first. Now, moving on, I want to touch on Jesssfam and Jojo Siwa. Who would have ever thought that these two would be sharing the same type of problematic content, right? They are both they're kind of teasing pregnancy and using it as content. This is so trashy. It really is. And I try to limit what I call trashy on the internet. But teasing a pregnancy and using it as part of your content is just so distasteful. It's like one of the best examples that I can think of as far as being distasteful. Now, I sympathize with people who want to start families and they're not able to. It is not my personal journey, but just because it's not my personal journey doesn't mean that I cannot sympathize and have empathy for people who want to start a family and they're not able to for a variety of different reasons. And you have these types of influencers with these huge audiences. And what do they give to the people who follow them? Teasing pregnancy, flex culture, you have Jojo over here jumping from relationship to relationship, broadcasting it for the damn whole world to see as if that's normal. It's just so much problematic content. Like, where are the good people that have tons of followers? Because what it seems like to me is as these people continue to grow an audience, they get more and more toxic. And that's what I've seen with so many different family vloggers, influencers, and YouTubers. So Jojo's side of things was essentially, I can't wait to be a mom one day, and she's having people vote like boy or girl. She's taking photos in the diaper aisle and holding her belly as if she is pregnant. Tacky. Jojo, you're tacky. I don't really care. You need to be more creative with your content. I don't think that Jojo is an awful person. But when I see the things that people will do for clicks and views, it makes me start to reconsider my opinion. As far as Jesssfam, she did a TikTok, and I think it was on YouTube as well, where she shared the years that she has been pregnant, and then at the very end, she left a question mark and kind of, I guess, wanted followers and subscribers to think, hey, maybe I'm pregnant now. Why? If you're pregnant, just make your announcement video. We know that you're going to exploit the shit out of the kid, so that's not going to be a surprise. Shane Dawson and his husband Ryland are also two who are, their child is not even arrived yet, and they are already using their child for clicks and views. So I guess Shane Dawson and Ryland are going to become family vloggers just like so many have before them, and that will be their new stream of income. I just think that it's so tacky. Like, why are we doing this? Why is family vlogging? You know what? No, I know why. But these creators who try to normalize it and continue to make people think that it's okay, this is normal. Hey, vlogging your kid, vlogging, everything going up to having a kid or adopting a kid. This is all normal. It's just all content. It is so abnormal. I see TikToks literally all the time, either from Mom Uncharted or the TikTok Advocate. Both of them do amazing work over on TikTok. Literal children doing bathing suit try-on hauls. Little babies trying on clothing for the parents to be able to monetize. I saw an Instagram reel that I was sent by a subscriber just today, actually, and it was the mother sharing potty training tips for little boys. She went ahead and put a candle in the potty training toilet and had her child pee on the fire to put the fire out, and that was her potty training tip of the day. Like, why? What kind of world are we living in? All of these mommy and parent-run accounts are never going to do better. They're never going to change. And, just to talk about with like the Doherty dozen, Alicia Doherty wants to try to say that, oh, I've changed, I've learned, I'm changing my content. But you can't have changed that much if all of your old content is still up. For me, I see change as removing the content that you put out that you no longer agree with and showing an active shift in your content from this point moving forward. If the old stuff is still there and it's still being clicked on and people still know every diagnosis that your kid has, I don't think that you've changed that much, at least not enough to be anything noteworthy. And that's how I feel about it. This entire just people, whether it's parents or people that are not parents, putting out this garbage ass content, if people can get to the point where they're no longer clicking on these videos, people will fizzle out and become completely irrelevant at some point in time. And I know that there's this whole thing, like clickbait is a real thing. And I realize that sometimes you just want to click on something to see if it's true or if it's false. But if it's someone that you truly disagree with, don't click at all. Don't leave a dislike. Just ignore them and they will fizzle out, because influencers become irrelevant every single day on every single platform. So that's how I feel about these few different topics. Hopefully this was good for you guys. I figured these just don't deserve their own dedicated videos, but tell me how you guys feel. Do you feel like the teasing pregnancy thing, like, is it distasteful, or am I just, a crazy nutbag who's running around here like making a problem out of nothing? I just don't appreciate when people are so insensitive, especially when it's such a widespread issue of people sharing their stories about not being able to start a family, and they are in a position where they would be great parents. And to have these stupid influencers running around doing stuff like this, I just think that it's trashy, and that's how I feel. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.